So I think the other thing that I traditionally at the end of every year sit in front of a camera and provide a year-end update for what I do at the Silicon Prairie Center. And as Riley and I were talking, as kind of the Make a Move came together, a lot of it was really inspired by the kinds of things that Riley and I were doing. And so I think this might be a good good venue instead of me just sitting in front of a camera and talking about each of the businesses and where they are. I think I'll do a condensed version of that to kind of give you a flavor of what was the inspiration for Make a Move. And I mentioned Med Market Access, or AMA, which advises medical device companies looking to enter international markets, particularly Japan. We covered that one, but what we do a lot here at the Silicon Prairie Center is, we're incubating companies and independent films. And so, and again, this is, most of these things are things that we're doing kind of in parallel, having the parallel kind of career and parallel projects that we talk about on Make a Move. Progressive Neuro, which we talked about in the previous episodes, had a huge year. We've had patents issued. We've made a lot of progress in testing. We've expanded, our scope beyond just ischemic stroke. We've learned that our devices can be very effective for other indications, and so that it's been a really great year. And our other company, ATS Dot Solutions, we built our first functioning proof of concept device and tested it in 2021. So that was pretty exciting. And I think the big thing is the movie that My Corona that we shot in 2020, where we leveraged kind of the technology competencies of the Silicon Prairie Center to have it be believed to be the first feature film directed entirely remotely, right at early part of the pandemic. And we made a documentary of that. We finished that in 2021 and started doing the festival thing. And I think we've won more than 10 Best Picture or Best Documentary at various festivals. And the feature film My Corona has also done extremely well at many festivals, some of which you can see right behind me here, in Cannes and various interesting Los Angeles and very interesting places around the world. So, this stuff is stuff we're all doing in parallel. Mm-hmm. I haven't quit one project to do another. But obviously, the amount of time I allocate to each depends on what's going on. And Progressive Neuro's taken a lot more of my time now that the movie and the doc are done, and it's my primary focus. But I still believe in it's important for us to give back and to leverage our skills and that we build over the years. And I'm still very active in U.S. Japan collaborations and diplomacy, and both in the U.S.-Japan Council and also U.S.-Japan MedTech Frontiers. Just a few minutes ago, right before Riley was patiently waiting for me here in the studio while I was wrapping up a call for our planning for our 2022 event. So with U.S.-Japan MedTech Frontiers, we went a little bit quieter in 2020. We did some virtual events, but we didn't do any of the big in-person events that we traditionally do because we felt like that wasn't feasible in Japan yet. And we also kind of felt like we couldn't do too many virtual events. So I think people are starting to get burned out on virtual symposiums and seminars and stuff. So, it's been an exciting year. And I think, I hope it's kind of an inspiration to folks that, you don't just have to be, a medical device guy or a nonprofit person or a movie maker or whatever. You can do many of these things, concurrently. You do have to manage your time. And I've always found as an entrepreneur, as I think you do in a lot of your stuff, is finding the synergies between the various projects. Right. Like making part of My Corona based on, Progressive Neuro and showcasing, some stuff from ATS. And so, just that finding the overlap and tying Japan into everything, that I do, you can do things very efficiently. And I hope that's kind of an example of some of the things that, as an entrepreneur that you can do to really, make the most of your life and really, drive that momentum towards living your dreams.
Right. Hey, Riley here. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Make a Move podcast. For more content, check us out on all major social media platforms and makeamovepodcast.com. Until next time, get off your butt and make a move.